Relations on a set. The definition of relations. A relation on a set A. A represent a set in which different elements are included. So, a relation on a set A is a relation from A to A. A is relation to A because it A is only related ourselves, or you can say that itself. So A relation itself. So that's why there is created a Cartesian product. So in Cartesian, when the Cartesian product is created, so there is a relation form is also created because there is an different ordered pairs are making. So that's why we can say that that is a subset of A cross A. Let's see here an example. Let A contains only 4 elements 1, 2, 3, 4 and there is an relation because A relation with A. Now the relation is A comma B because when A relation with A, when these numbers related with these numbers, there is creation a ordered pair. So A evenly divided with B divides B. What are the elements of R? So question is arise here. What are the elements of R? When we can say that which numbers are divides perfectly to these numbers. 1 divided with each number individually perfect divided. So 1 is same here in 4 digits. So 1 is divided with 1. 1 is also divided with 2. 1 is also divided with 3. And same here 1 is also divided with 4. Now 1 is a perfect divisible to these all elements of set A. Now see here the second one number which is perfectly divided to the numbers. So see here in this number 2 is 2 divisible to 1 perfectly? No, because when we divide 1, when we divide 2 to 1, so there is an answer which is gives us in the form of decimal form. So that's why 2 is not divided with 1 because the answer is gives us in the form of decimal. So that's why we can't divide 2 perfectly that number. 2 is perfectly divisible itself. So that's why this ordered pair is containing. And also same here 2 is not perfectly divided with 3 because the answer is gives us in the form of decimal. 2 is perfectly divided 4 because 2 is perfectly divided with 4. So this ordered pair is also created. Now see here 3 is not divisible 1. 3 is also not divided with 2 because the answer is in the answer is gives us in the form of decimal. 4 is also 3 is also divisible by 3 and 4 is also divisible by 4. So these type of relations represent relations on a set. Now see here again relations on set. Let A be a set with n elements. How many distinct relations are there on A? When we see that, say that A contains infinite numbers, then how many distinct relations are there on set A. So the answer is that the number of relation is the same as the number of subsets A cross A. There are n square elements in A cross A because n square represent n is a digit which is in set A, and 2 represent only ordered pair because square represent 2 elements, 2 digits. So that's why we are writing in the form of n square, or you can say that n numbers and 2 represent ordered pair. Okay, so this P represent power set of A cross A. So see here, power set of A cross A has 2 power n square because n square is already here. So that's why n square is a power elements. Therefore, there are n power 2 power n square relations on a set with n elements. Now let's see here types of relations. There is different types of relations, but the main types are 3. Number first one is reflexive. Number second one is symmetric. Number third one is transitive. So first one is reflexive. Now the definition of first type, or you can say that reflexive relation is that reflexive, you can say that when you are seeing with your own picture in front of mirror, so only you can see same picture of that man which is front of the mirror. So this type of relation, you can say that this is a reflexive because it gives us same value or same face to that man. Or you can say that another example is that if we goes through a ball and when it strike to the wall and it's also same speed come back to our sides. So this is also another example because this is also represent a reflexive point. Now see here in this in the definition, a relation R on a set A is called reflexive if first element is also same with second element, because 1 is also a reflexive. So A comma A is also reflexive because first element and second element both are same. So that's why we can say that this is reflexive. Belongs to R for every element A belongs to A. That is, for all A belongs to A and A comma A belongs to relation. This is first definition of the reflexive. Now see here, a relation R on a set A is called irreflexive. Irreflexive means the numbers are the shapes or the ordered pair of the elements are different. So that's why this is not relation. If A comma A does not belongs to relation, for every element A belongs to A, that is our irreflexive point. For all A belongs to A, but ordered pair A comma A does not belong to R. In this sense, in this form, we can say that in this situation, we can say that this is irreflexive. This is irreflexive relation. Note that relation can be both not reflexive and not irreflexive. Sometimes it not reflexive, but sometimes it is not irreflexive. Now see here, and other examples are, you can say that other type. See examples. Consider the following relations on 1, 2, 3. There is 4 elements which are reflexive, irreflexive, neither reflexive nor irreflexive. There is 3 conditions are created. Now see here in this example or in this relation 1 comma 1, because first element and second element is same, so this form, this one is, or you can say this one is represent reflexive. 1 comma 2 is neither reflexive nor reflexive, because these two numbers not same to each other. 2 comma 1 is also nor neither reflexive nor irreflexive. 2 comma 2 is reflexive. 3 comma 3 is also reflexive. 4 comma 4 is also reflexive. So these conditions, sometimes reflexive, sometimes not irreflexive, sometimes both conditions neither reflexive nor irreflexive. Now the second relation, this one, 2 comma 4 and 4 comma 2. See here, in this situation, irreflexive is contained. 1 comma 2, 2 comma 3 and 3 comma 4. This type, this situation, we can say that this is our, or you can say that this type and this type, relation 2 represent a reflexive, relation 3 with represent also a reflexive, because there is a condition, because these two numbers are not same, these two numbers are also not same, these two numbers are also not same. Number 4 condition, 1 comma 1, 2 digits are same, these 2 digits are already same, these are also same. And there is also, these are also same here. In this situation, we are saying that these are reflexive, because there is 1-1 relation, because both elements are same, these both elements are same, these both elements are same, these both elements are same. In this situation, we can say that this one is reflexive. Now see here, reflexive relation 5, in this situation, 1 comma 3, 1 comma 4, 2 comma 3, 2 comma 4, 3 comma 1 and 3 comma 4, these are all irreflexive, because there is no any ordered pair is same, because 1 is not matching or not equal to 3. So these all are irreflexive, because their ordered pair of the elements are not equal. Now the 6th relation represent neither reflexive nor irreflexive, because there's 2 conditions are applied. This is reflexive, this is irreflexive, this is irreflexive, reflexive, irreflexive. So there is no any particular condition, because both conditions are included. That's why we can say that neither reflexive nor irreflexive. Now see here, in the second type of the relation is symmetric. Now the definition of this type of the relation is that a relation R on a set A is called symmetric if B comma A belongs to R whenever A comma B belongs to R. In this condition, two ordered pair belongs to the relation different elements, but there is a main condition is that these numbers belongs to A, that is for all this inverse A represent for all values A, for all values B, A belongs to B and B also belongs to A, and A relation B. This symbol represent A. This one is represent N. Okay, beta. So this symbol represent N. Okay. So see here. This means A relation are A and B. A and B. So same here. This represent AND. Okay. This represent AND. Now see here again. In this definition, A also belongs A and B also belongs A, and in between a relation R is equals to this relation. Now the definition is that in symmetric, two ordered pair B comma A or A comma B, when they are equal, then the symmetric conditions is created. Now in the inverse of symmetric, or you can say that anti-symmetric, a relation R on a set A is called anti-symmetric if whenever A comma B belongs to R and B comma A belongs to R, then A is equals to B for A comma B and A. That is, in this situation, we are saying here these are anti-symmetric because A equals to B. Now the main point is that note that these definitions are not complementary. Give a relation that is both symmetric and anti-symmetric. We are taking one example where the symmetric is defined and anti-symmetric is also defined. Now give a relation that is neither symmetric nor anti-symmetric. So let's see, and again next example, consider the following relation on 1, 2, 3, 4 which are symmetric, anti-symmetric, both are neither. In this situation, we see here A comma B and B comma A. See here which relations represent symmetry. This is our relation. So see here which are symmetric and which are not symmetric. If you say that 2 comma 4 A comma B and B comma A, this relation represents symmetric. Okay, beta. This because first element and second element is also same here in this situation, in this form. Okay, because in this one B comma A and A comma B, when these two conditions are gives us in any example, then we say that this one is symmetric. If these two conditions whenever A and B are same, then we can say that this is anti-symmetric. Now see here in this situation in this form, this one A comma B and B comma A. B comma A. Now let's see here. A is the value containing here 2 comma 4 and 4 comma A. 4 comma 2. Then see here, first element A and here is second element. These both are same and these both are same. So 2 is also same 2, 4 is also same 4. So that's why this relation represent symmetric. Now same again in second example as relation 3. This one 1 comma 2, 2 comma 3, 3 comma 4. In this relation there is different elements because A is not equals to B, because there is a condition. A is not equals to B. A is not equals to B. 1 comma 2, 2 comma 3, 3 comma 4. This one is not any number. This one is not repeated in this numbers. So that's why this is anti-symmetric, because there is no any number which is equals to each other. So that's why this relation 3, this R3 represent anti-symmetric. Now relation 4, there is 1 comma 1, these two numbers are equal because A comma B both are equal. This A comma B both are equal, this A comma B both are equal, this. So this relation also represent symmetric, also represent anti-symmetric, because symmetric there is A comma B and B comma A. In anti-symmetric there is A and B both are equal form. So that's why we can say that in a relation 4 the both conditions are satisfied. Now relation 5, 1 comma 3, 1 comma 4, 2 comma 3, 2 comma 4, 3 comma 1, 3 comma 4. There is only one relation which is also symmetric but not anti-symmetric. Okay beta? And neither. So this one relation, that this one and that one is represent, these both represent symmetric, but these three does not represent symmetric nor symmetric, neither symmetric nor anti-symmetric. So that's why we can say that this relation 5 neither symmetric nor anti-symmetric are both. The divides relations on the set of positive integers are anti-symmetric. Now relation 6, 2 comma 2, 2 comma 3, 2 comma 4, 3 comma 2, 3 comma 3, 3 comma 4. So this one is also represent symmetric and anti-symmetric. This two relations also represent, these two relations also represent symmetric and anti-symmetric. These two relations also represent symmetric and anti-symmetric, and this one represent both conditions. Means you can say that symmetric and anti-symmetric. This one and this one are both conditions are applied as symmetric and anti-symmetric. but this one only represents symmetric, and now this one and this one, these are not represent either symmetric or anti-symmetric. So that's why we can say that this is neither symmetric nor anti-symmetric, neither both nor anyone. So you can say that this is neither form of the relation of symmetry. Okay, now see here in the third one type of relation, which is transitive relation, or you can say that transitive relations. Now the definition of transitive relation is that a relation R on a set A is called transitive if whenever A comma B belongs to R and B comma C belongs to R, then A comma C belongs to R. There is three conditions are applied here: A comma B, B comma C. See here, first relation with second, in second C relation third, there is B is repeated. Now A and C is also repeated. First relation second, second relation third, and first directly relation third. Okay, for all belongs to real relations. So for all values A comma B comma C in A set, that is relation A also belongs to A, B also belongs to A, C also belongs to A. These three values A, B, C are also belongs in set 1. So there is a relation. This relation in between A and B, this relation in between A and B, this relation represent in between B and C, and this added pair represent the relation in between A and C. Now see here, in the football team, relations between a relationship is transitive or not. A defeats B and B defeats C implies A defeats C. There is another question is arise: is the subclass relation on classes in an OO program transitive? These are three examples, three questions are arise in here. If we say that there is two players in football team which are playing continuously, then one of them won the game of that football. Now that one particular boy which is won the game is also playing with another digit, or you can say that आवाज फर्स्ट क्लास तो है मां कयो आने पहिरियों फर्स्ट क्लास आवाज तो अचे सही पखो न तो हलाया न हिते गर्मी भी आवाज ई आहे उते वरी हवा जो गुगट तो हले इन खां वधीक ये क्या थो बोला